Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. I got to tell you, some of the comments that you guys make, good and bad, I still love reading them. And it's you guys that make this channel what it is, the interaction between all of us together. And I got to tell you, this would be my dream job, just to communicate and talk about the Dallas Cowboys. So any of you guys out there that actually do this for a living, I envy you. The fact that you can think about football and sports all day long, geez, lucky you. So anyway, the Dallas Cowboys, the gift that always keeps giving. It's maybe the off season, but guys, you know, we got plenty to talk about. The teams have all arrived in Indianapolis for the Combine, you know, the glorified workouts that they are. You know, you're going to be watching guys that Todd McShay and Mel Kiper are going to be telling you, man, they're moving up the big board and everything else. That 40 time is incredible. He's blowing people away. And then we'll come to find out that some of these guys that were looking great at the Combine aren't so good on the football field. See, this isn't the be-all, end-all to tell if a guy is going to be a future Hall of Fame. It's just a tool. It's a piece of the puzzle. Because in reality, drafting is a crapshoot. Nobody knows for sure who's going to be the guy. Tom Brady. Yeah. You looked at him at the Combine. Did he even look like he was a ball boy? He looked so far away from being an NFL quarterback that you have to say, lady, come get your kid. He's running around on the field while we're trying to do some workouts. Yet, 5 Super Bowls rings later. So, we get excited about this stuff, but in the end, I still say you got to go back to a lot of what they did in college and the system that they're in. A lot of times, guys are great because of the players they were around. If you have a couple of stud pass rushers on a team, the guy in the middle is going to look a lot better because they're taking most of the attention and pressure away. It's making it easy for me. Sometimes you got to look at guys that are on teams that aren't really good teams, but they're the standouts. But anyway, we got all week to talk about that when the workouts actually start. You know, they got the physicals going through and the meeting the teams and everything else. So all that stuff goes on before the actual workouts. The stuff behind the scenes that we're not really privy to. But in the meantime, I don't really know why the NFL has dates. They say the league year doesn't start until March 14th. Okay, that's reasonable. But yet, we've already heard about trades like Marcus Peters, which really doesn't become official till March 15th. Here it is, the start of free agency is supposed to be March 15th, but 3 days before, teams can start talking to the players. Okay. The league year doesn't start till March 14th, but here it is, you've got the Combine. You've got teams cutting people. So why is this date really relevant anymore? Because there really isn't an off season. And right now, teams are looking at who we're going to cut, who we're going to keep, who we're going to try and lowball. And Stephen Jones has been talking about Dez Bryant quite a bit and says that basically they're going to be meeting sooner than later with his reps. So this is going to be coming to a head real quick. And if you're the Cowboys, what you really want to do, if it is going to be a divorce, you don't want to burn the bridge with a Dez Bryant. This is, like I've been saying, deja vu with DeMarcus Ware. If you're going to release him, you want to release him in time to be a free agent to get paid. You don't want to hold on to him until June 1st and then cut him when everybody's already spent all that money or people have already got the rosters together. You want to be fair to the player, which is more the reason why when he says we're going to meet sooner than later, you want to be having this decision before March 14th, actually before March 11th, when teams can start talking to the players. And that's why I still believe that in the end, this is going to be the DeMarcus Ware situation all over again. And in a way, Stephen Jones is trying to soften the blow by putting out there some of the negatives, about the sideline meltdown or putting down the contract and things like that, saying it's a business. He's trying to prepare us for what I think is the inevitable. I may be 100% wrong on that, but I believe that that's what we're actually looking at. And in other news, we've got Stephen Jones, who is the front and center of the Dallas Cowboys right now. You notice how all the news is now coming from Stephen Jones, not Jerry Jones? Jerry Jones is awful quiet. The only thing we've heard about Jerry Jones is the NFL is going after $2 million. Stephen Jones is on Front Street with the Dallas Cowboys right now. So he's talked about Tank Lawrence, that we're going to franchise tag him, try and work out a long-term deal, but either way, he's going to be here with the team. He's talking about Zach Martin. He's going to be a key cog. We're going to work on a contract extension for him. He's, of course, been talking about Dez Bryant. And he's talking about Zeke Elliott and basically saying, we're not going to put any extra eyes on Zeke Elliott. He's a 22-year-old man. He's been through all of this stuff, and he needs to be responsible for himself. Now, the good news is he has definitely been keeping a low profile. You've not seen him out anywhere, and believe me, if he was out anywhere, TMZ would have it. So sometimes you have to hit rock bottom. You have to be at the point of losing things before you realize what you had. You may have a girlfriend that, you take her for granted, and then she leaves, and then you look and scratch your head and say, what the hell was I thinking? How did I let that get away from me? Might be too late. So maybe, just maybe, with Zeke Elliott, having to go 6 weeks not playing those games, not being in the locker room with his teammates, not being part of the fight to try and make it to the playoffs, that hurts. That's when you realize what you got. And maybe that is the rock bottom that affects change. Because I got to tell you, when you looked at him, when he came back after that suspension, the way his body was not in that same shape when he showed up for training camp. Not anywhere near that shape. I'm hoping that that guy in that shape shows up in Oxnard in July. Laser focused on football. I'm hoping that everybody shows up in Oxnard laser focused like that. If we do, we got a chance. In the meantime, we'll see what we see at the Combine. And as always, friends, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and being a part of the Jobu Sports Report. I will see you guys with any news that's breaking on the Cowboys. Have a great day.